The Owen James Report is brought to you by
This program is brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care. Grace Kennedy Money Services has been here for you and your family, here and abroad, because we understand that you're receiving more than money. You're receiving their love. Grace Kennedy Financial Group has been here for you because we know it's more than just investments, insurance, or banking. It's about security and creating a path to realizing your dreams. For 90 years, honesty, integrity, and trust. The Grace Kennedy Group, we choose to care.
Good evening. This is the Owen James Report. Caribbean Flavours and Fragrances Limited today became the 19th company to become listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's junior market. Over 86,000 shares traded, and the stock gained almost 15% on its advent at a time when uncertainty surrounds the tax-free element of the market. Deputy General Manager of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Levy, who emphasized the importance of the junior market to entrepreneurs, implored Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips to remove the uncertainty surrounding the market. At today's listing, Gary Peart, the Managing Director of Mayberry Investments, the lead broker, was quick to reinforce the unqualified success of the junior market in raising $2.5 billion for the 19 companies.
When I heard the numbers that Robin spoke to, $2.5 billion that has been raised over the period, I think of many government programs where billions of dollars have been invested, and I really don't know what the outcome has been. But what I know is an unmitigated success has been the $2 billion that has been spent or invested in these junior market companies.
Managing Director of Caribbean Flavours and Fragrances, Anand James, says the junior market has ensured the continuity and future of his company for at least 50 years. He has rewarded the staff with a stake in the company.
I mention this because it's one of the single most important thing I could have done for my staff. It's a growth, it's human development.
News on the wider Jamaican stock market now, and losses by Lime and Scotia Group mainly triggered modest declines in the Jamaican stock market indices. Almost 11 million shares changed hands, with Caribbean Cement accounting for over 30% of business. Winners included Access Financial Services, Caribbean Cement, newly listed junior market company Caribbean Flavours and Fragrances Limited, the day's big winner, up 14.7%, Carreras Hardware and Lumber, JMMB Lasco Manufacturing, and NCB. The losers included Caribbean Producers, Consolidated Bakeries, Lime down 5.5%, Sagicor Life Jamaica, Scotia Group, and Supreme Ventures. On the foreign exchange market, both the benchmark American dollar and its Canadian counterpart strengthened against the Jamaican dollar, whilst the British pound weakened. The greenback closed at a new record high average selling rate of $104.80 Jamaican, after gaining 14 cents today, whilst the Canadian dollar gained 22 Jamaican cents to close at $101.38. However, sterling weakened by 18 cents Jamaican, closing at an average selling rate of $167.97. Now finally, as the White House grapples to come to an accord with Republicans to ensure that the world's largest economy does not default on its debt, major finance ministers from countries holding more than $1.3 trillion in U.S. Treasuries are still holding the faith and have no plans to sell. Policymakers from Japan, Russia, India, and Saudi Arabia, who attended last week's World Bank and IMF meetings in Washington, expressed faith in the ability of the U.S. to pay its bills, as the potential for debt default dominated the annual meetings of the two multilaterals. And that's the Owen James Report. Good evening.
The Owen James Report was brought to you by
This program was brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care.